Hello, this is Matty77 of Bottom Feeders Incorporated for part 7 of Shadow of the Colossus Is It Art? Where we take on the 8th Colossus, because I did do 2 in 1 run. That's okay though. Actually starting off in a different place than where I was, because I recorded some footage but ran into some difficulties, but there's no colossi gone. The only thing you didn't see, I collected 2 lizard tails and some fruits. And went on a rant about old school Resident Evil versus new school Resident Evil, which is not why I got rid of the video. I would have put the video up with the rant. But, considering the rant, I'm probably better off that I didn't. I don't want to end up in a situation where people do end up knowing who I am, but it's based on unpopular opinions about classic games. Not that I have a problem with those games. I'm actually a really big fan of the original Resident Evil games. I just think, I'm not going to go through the whole rant, but I'm going to say I think the people that think those styles of games should come back and it's not real Resident Evil without fixed cameras and tank controls are nuts. And while I do believe it was the best solution for the time, I do not believe that it should be used today, and I believe it's archaic design. I don't think that people should overlook those games. They're still perfectly playable. Anybody who tells you they can't play them because of that stuff is not someone I would consider to be too intelligent. Or at least, maybe not. That's not the way to put it. See, I don't want to be offensive. Point is, if you consider yourself someone who games for a hobby, seriously, you should be able to adapt to the fixed cameras and tank controls. At least enough to experience. I mean, I wouldn't ask somebody to go play every single old Resident Evil and start speedrunning them all, but I think you owe it to yourself if you're interested and never have to go back and at least check them out. Spend an hour or 2 with each one just to see what they were. But I also in no way, shape, or form think we should be making games in that style anymore, because it was a best solution for a temporary technical best solution for a problem that only existed because of technical limitations of the hardware and what capabilities of the era. You gotta remember, those were PS1 games, and not only was 3D kind of crappy back then, but nobody still had figured out camera controls yet, or how to do a good 3D camera. So for the time, yeah, I don't think there's anything at all whatsoever wrong with what they did. They found the best solution for a problem, but that's not a problem. Those technical limitations don't exist anymore. We're in a different era with different systems. And most of the problems that necessitated... the problems that made those solutions needed in the first place don't exist anymore. So... gonna use a word I talked about recently. If you need those because you need your binky, I'm sorry, but that's what it is. It's a binky. And in today's gaming climate, it would be ridiculous to institute. get out of here. Let's run. I really like this Colossi. But he can be a pain in the ass sometimes because of that firebolt he has. Why, thank you. Oh no, you're not getting up yet. Oh, come on. That's lame. Too busy yet. Ugh, gotta have to do it one more time. Where is it? Okay. Let's agitate him. And while he's climbing, go down a level. On the busted part while he thinks he's... Yes, Wander, I want you to fall. There we go. That was satisfying. Well, it was satisfying. It's satisfying because I won, not satisfying that I did this awesome thing. If that makes any sense. It's still, each one you take out, it hurts a little more inside. Maybe that sounds kind of cliche, but that's the point of good art, right? It's supposed to make you feel something emotional. Ooh, got some vignetting going on here. These punks. Well, not really punks, there's more of them. They're gone again. Look at his clothes. They're starting to get dirty looking, moldy. Yeah, they're showing there. You can see some of the degradation that he's... Okay, I think this is the first little one, maybe? The fire guy? If so, I know where to go. Without even having to look, I'll look anyway, but... There's really nothing to look for or collect if it's where I think it is. Oh yeah, that's where I think. It's actually somewhere we've been to multiple times already. If you see those lights out in the distance, in case you didn't know, that's where those are where the colossi that I've already beaten were. And you can actually go there and fight them again if you'd like. Let's make sure that I'm... Okay, it's not that one. Okay, then which... Okay, now I'm confused. What are you talking about? There's nothing to be scared of this way. Did I do that shrine? I don't remember. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Abro.
Let's see if he'll swoop his way out of it. Oh yeah, that freed him up. Maybe we'll take a quick look. I really don't remember. That's one of the weird things when you're making content. Is time as the video is released and a viewer would be watching, and time where you're actually recording are not always the same thing. That's the other thing I kind of went on about in that scrapped footage, was how if I'm putting up, like when I do Is It Odd, I put up a video for the game every single day, and some stuff, like Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, I pretty much played in one shot, whereas I've not been playing this in one shot. I'm usually doing more than one video at a time, but I'm not doing it all in one shot. Where'd he go? That's where when you see people, that's why when I watch people who make content, when I watch videos, I don't get mad if it sometimes seems like it's taking them a minute. Because to you, you've been watching them go straight through, but you don't know what their actual schedule's been. For instance, I'm doing, the one I'm going to start doing, complete playthrough is the SHAREfactory F. And I'm already 10 hours into it with footage and everything. And that was, I just played it straight and recorded everything. Got all the footage. But I got Resident Evil 2 coming. I'm going to be spending all my time playing that. And because I have like 10 hours of footage of SHAREfactory F, it's going to be a while before I need to do more. So there's a good chance that when I finally get back around to it, the first video that I put out, when I get back to it, it might seem like I'm trying to remember a few things, and it's gonna be weird because the last video you saw will be right before the next video you see, but in my time, that's not necessarily how it happens. Where'd he go? Oh, I hate when this happens. In fact, that's why I'm doing more of this now. It's gonna take a break, because it's about halfway through. Well, I'm halfway through now, but with Resident Evil 2 coming out, I don't know if I get really into it, and with all the extra modes and all the unlockables and speed running and just how much I like the original, and then the fact that the only thing in the original I didn't do is I never finished Tofu. I unlocked it, but there was no way I was beating that game with nothing but a knife. But I did unlock it, and that's the thing, is like, so depending on, I may be playing nothing but Resident Evil 2 for a long enough time that I won't be recording anything for a while, so I'm gonna have to rely on what I already have ready. Except for pinball. I'll check in on pinball every day, and I'm not going wild with a pinball video every day, but I definitely... even now, I suffer in tournaments. I do not place as high as I should because I don't play enough. But to be as good as I can be really good at pinball. I have the scores and placements to back that up. But I've got to, like, pretty much spend all my time playing pinball. And as much as I love pinball, I can't do that. I love it enough, I check it every day no matter what else I got going on. But at the same time, video games in general, not pinball, but video games is my actual hobby. So I also want to play a lot of other stuff. I don't want to dedicate too much time to just any one game. That's why I don't play a lot of online games as a service type stuff, because... any game that you have to play just that to get really good at is taking time away from other releases that I might want to try out. Come on, horsey. Good horsey. Oh yeah, forgot about this guy. Another one of the frustrating ones. No, I don't not like this one. When I say that, I'm not saying it's a bad. Go over in here or something. There we go. There had to be something to unlock him. I knew that's his arena. Because you have to use those guises to flip him over to beat him. At least he's not who I thought he was, thankfully. Oh, this is one I forgot about. just missed him. Anyway. I don't remember exactly how to do this. Unless there's a step I'm missing. Yeah, I know that. Oh, come on. Okay. That'll help. There we go. Well, that was fun. Oh. There we go. Nice. Oh, look at that, though. It's so sad. That was 9, 8, and 9, I think. So I'm more than halfway, because there's 16. How bad's he starting to look? Yeah, look at that. It's like black mold and shit on his clothes. I love that kind of environmental storytelling. Like, that's where games excel. That's something that books and TV can't do. Or at least not to the degree that games can. What in a book or a TV show would be an Easter egg, in a game can be used to make a relevant point. Right, we gotta go back that way again. This may be, I could be wrong, but this may actually end up being the one I thought it was the first time. We'll find out. Nope, still I don't think it is. But we are going to take a break for a moment. So this has been Maddie77, and until next time.